In this lesson, we're going to create a new model, set some of its attributes, and then save it so that a new row is then created within our table. Let's see how that would work. Well, as you're going to find, Backbone is really smart. If I were to create a new task, new app.models.task, and then I set the title, finish video, now when I hit task.save, if you're working along, it may not do what you're expecting. Notice that we're trying to create a new task, but for some reason when we're saving it, it thinks it's updating a task. So if I go to the network tab, you can see that it thinks it's trying to send a put request to task / and then nothing. And why is it doing that? Why would it do a put request but without an ID? And that's because we did this, and I did this on purpose to show you how Backbone determines when to send a put request and when to send a post request. If an ID exists on the model in the attributes object, then it's going to assume that it's already working with a row from the table. But now watch what happens if I delete that. We don't want to set the ID to an empty string. There's no reason for that. Let's save that and try it again. I will create a new task. We're going to set the title. And now if I hit save and I go to the network tab, this time there is no ID yet, so it hasn't been persisted. So it knows, all right, when we do .save, we need to create a new one, not update an existing one. So it sends a put request to the tasks collection. So now all we have to do is accept that route and add a new row to the table accordingly. In Laravel 4, we would use the store method for that. So we begin by getting the input and then creating a new task. Task create, and the title will be input title. Once again, you should do some validation here. We're trying to be really quick though. And the completed value will be input completed. So now that we've done that, we can just return it. That will either return the model instance if it was added, or false if there was some sort of problem. All right, let's try this now. Back to Chrome DevTools, task.save again, and let's see what we got in return. Let's open this up, and in response, it did work, so it stringified the results and sent it back. But now, notice that it sent it back with an ID. And that's really important to keep in mind. First, before I continue on, let's make sure it worked. Yep, we did have finish video added. But now look what we can do. I run task.toJSON. We created a model, we set the title completed, the database saved it and returned the instance. Now we have an ID associated with it. And now we can update it, so task.set title to learn more Backbone. And this time, because an ID is associated with the model, Backbone knows when you run save again, that this time it's not creating a new task, it's updating an existing one that has an ID of 4. So now if I run save, it's going to send the put request, as you see right here. And let's go just to make sure that is working, learn more Backbone that has been updated. So now you've learned how to read a row from the DB, how to update it, how to delete one, and how to add a new one. But still, we're working with just single models here. How would we work with a collection of models? For example, how could we say that we want to fetch all of the tasks from the table and store them within a collection? Well, I will show you how to do that in the next lesson. See you there.